Okay, this is a walkthrough of how to navigate and leverage the analysis of your LinkedIn network. So you're looking at a spreadsheet that was exported from Sales Navigator. This particular network, in terms of walking through how the different fields work, first of all, the number across the top, it counts the number of entries in each column. So what this is saying is of 1,649 contacts, 795 of them have emails, 326 have phone numbers. Other information that's valuable is obviously their job title. The profile link is dynamic, so we can click on any link and it'll take you right to the profile from within the spreadsheet. When you're done with it, I suggest closing that tab and going back to the spreadsheet. Um, some other things to note on here is you have industry and location, as well as titles. I have sorted this spreadsheet in reverse alphabetical order by industry and then sorted it from highest number to lowest number by employee count. So you'll have the largest companies in transportation, for instance, at the top, and then as the company size decreases, we go down the list. What I've also done is I've highlighted the industries that are the low-hanging fruit for Schooley Mitchell. So what you can do is you can use these filters, and if you want to see very quickly what I've highlighted, just go to filter by color, and of the whatever the total number was, 1,600 something, I highlighted 220 records that are in industries that work for Schooley Mitchell. To get rid of that, just do a select all, and you're back where you started. You also have company website information here, and they don't look it, but they are dynamic. So if you click in here, it will take you to the company that contact is associated with. Again, when you're done with the tab, click that and just go back to the spreadsheet. You also have a tab called Analysis for the Raw All. What I've done is I've analyzed the complete network and broken it down here by industry and by company headcount in descending order by number of contacts in each industry. I've highlighted the industries again that are the low-hanging fruit for Schooley Mitchell, so you can very quickly sort of get an eyeball on how much of your network might be a good introduction for the work that Schooley Mitchell does. I did not highlight the single ones. You'll know who these contacts are and if they'll be a good intro or not. But where you had large numbers, I've isolated those. You also have a tab called Filtered. And what I've done here is I have a pre-configured search setup in Sales Navigator. That gives me over 3 million returns. But then what I do is I plug in your particular network, your name, I should say, and it pulls the people from your network that fulfill the criteria of their preconceived search. In this case, out of the total of 1,649 contacts, 152 of them are actually probably the best contacts. Now, that doesn't mean that there are not other contacts in the total database that aren't good introductions, but the filter set the algorithm, if you will, didn't pull from here what comes into here. But this filtered list, the 152, much smaller list for you to go through, and therefore it'll take you a lot less time, and you'll find more viable introductions more easily. What I recommend is for your primary focus, your primary business, go through this list. And as you go through it, highlight the names that you have name recognition with, the people you know, but you're also going to find people that you forgot about. You're going to stumble on people that you want to reconnect with, re-engage with. Either their title changed, their company situation changed, or it just triggers a memory that I completely forgot about that person. I need to call them. Going through this list, without exception, every partner that has gone through the exercise has found additional business for their primary area of focus by going through that exercise. Now, something important to note is the reason I sorted the industries in reverse alphabetical order is there are quite a few records that actually don't have industry information. And that's these records that have that. That does not mean that there are not good introductions, good contacts for you in here. Some very, very large companies actually do not have industry information associated with the contact record. It's just a LinkedIn thing, can't get around it, but it's worthwhile to go through these, and you can look at the company website, you look at the company name, and you will find companies and people in those companies that are worthwhile speaking to. And the same thing goes for the filtered list, because if you look at our industry here and we just look at the blanks, well, we've got 39. Now, of these 39, are there people here that you know? Do you have relationships with? It's worth looking at. That's the point. If you want to turn this off, you can just hit a select all, and we're back at our pre-selected list. Okay, I hope that little walkthrough helped. Love feedback, and good luck. Look forward to working with you. Thanks.